Hello everyone, it's hair time with Rachel. Today we're going to be doing a blonde retouch with some peekaboo red highlights, bright red highlights with a shadow box underneath. And my client here likes it very drastic underneath, so we're going to go a level 4. And then the peekaboo highlights will be a level 7 RV, which is red violet. And then we're just going to retouch her blonde for summer. We're doing the blonde retouch, which is Vero Blue 30 volume developer. And Joico. This is all Joico hair color. And then her shadow box on the bottom underneath is a 4N with 10 volume. We're just depositing the 4 volume or the color on her hair, so we don't need to lift it at all because she's going darker. And then we're gonna do some peekaboo highlights. And this is 7 RV in the Vero K-Pack color line by Joico. And we'll just do some peekaboo highlights on the side with red. And so to start, I parted off temple to temple. And because she likes it drastic, I just did a solid line. But if you want to do it more natural looking, you can zigzag this part all the way over. And I did it close to her face here because she likes to see it in the front. So if you don't want to see it in the front, you can part this off and pin this up and then just do the back. But she likes to see it in the front, so that's why we do it like that. Then when you retouch, you just want to start here and just go to the line of demarcation. Her ends look pretty good, but I am going to fade the color down. And you just take sections, a 1/2 inch section, so you can get the color. Careful not to get their ear. If you get their ear, wipe it off. Hello, we don't want ear stains. And I'll feather it down in just a minute. Okay, so to bring the color, feather it down, I'm just kind of shoving my brush in there, put color on it of course, and then just kind of feather it down. And that'll just kind of brighten up her ends a little bit because they faded out a little bit. Okay, so to keep the dark hair from getting on the blonde hair, I'm gonna put my papers, I can't. Okay, and the color will keep that plastered and those, so then the blonde won't get on the dark. I'm actually gonna pin this up. Okay, time to section the top. So she likes to part on the right side here. So what you wanna do to make sure you get the part really good with the blonde color is you're gonna go down about a 1/2 inch and make a part there and go all the way back till her head rounds for the mohawk section. And then she likes a dark one up front too, so we'll weave, or I'll slice in a panel of the dark right there up front. You want to make sure when you weave the foil or paper, I use papers, that it's wide enough to get the paper, because you don't want it to fall out of the paper on the sides, or the foil. I choose paper over foil. I learned foil in hair school, and then the salon I started working in used paper. So I got to use paper, and I actually like it better. I feel like I'm quicker with it. It cut my weave time in half by call it 30 or 40%. And because I don't have to fold, I can just fold once and be done instead of folding the foil like 8 times. And I get less bleeders with it because it has a waxy side to it where it sticks to the hair color that you're using. And that's why I use papers. They're just called weave papers, and you can get them. I buy mine at Pureless. You can buy them at Cosmo and Prof as well. Okay, let's start the blonde. So when I weave, I like to weave and slice at the same time. I feel like it gives you more of a natural look, but then also a chunkier look at the same time, if that makes sense. And I have a cardboard thing here I use to get it really close to the scalp. And you just take your Vero blue lightening powder, and instead of going square with it, I always use the point of my brush, and that way I can get really close to the scalp. So try that technique. A lot of people just go straight on, but I learned from a wise hairstylist, and this trick really works to get close. And then I can just bring it up. Okay, so something I forgot to tell you about weaving blonde is the bottom hair shaft is already blonde, so there's no need to pull blonde through or you're going to damage it and it'll break off. So what you want to do is apply the color to the line of demarcation or the regrowth, and then stop where you see the blonde coming through. And also a reason why I don't go square on is because then you don't get those gold square marks that sometimes you get. And just doing a point with the tip of your brush, the corner of your brush, you can get, I'm touching her scalp and I won't get a bleeder under there. Knock on wood. Okay, so here comes her peekaboo highlights. And I've already colored them red before, so you can definitely see them right here. So this part I'll do blonde, and then I'll just retouch the red here. And then I'm using a permanent color with 20 volume to lift her natural up, and then it'll just deposit on the red and freshen it up. And these weave papers come in different lengths, short, medium, long. These are the medium ones that I've actually just cut in half. But it'd be a lot easier to get this hair up in here if I just used a full medium one. Sometimes you'll get a dark piece in your blonde color, the blonde piece, and so you just kind of brush it down to make it all blend. And then leave the rest out like I did there. For the mohawk section, I like to do it on a slight angle, my parts, because then I go up from here to her part right here, because she parts on the right side. So if she part on the left, I do the angle this way, but she parts on the right. And then it just looks more natural and not so stripy, is what I'm trying to get at. And again, I do, this one's a slice. The next two I'll weave, and then I'll do a slice. So my client likes to have dark underneath, under here, so when it falls down, she likes to see the dark adhering to see that. So I just took a slice, and she doesn't like it on her part over here, just kind of on this side over here. So I'm just gonna take that section and just color that whole piece from the root to the line of demarcation there. And when you slice, you want to do thin sections so the color can penetrate all the way through the hair. So I'm going to be doing, I think, 2 slices here, just because, to make sure. And then their ends look pretty good, so I'm just going to brush it down a little bit to freshen them up. And once I get about this far onto the head, I like to weave everything forward anyway. I feel like I can get it closer to the scalp and really focus on their front. That one's blonde. I did it all in one. Okay, I did it all in one. So then I'm going to come on an angle again. Instead of doing a straight part, I angled the part. Here's straight. And I'm going to just do this whole front piece blonde here. And normally on all Retouch blondes, on the sides I usually do 3 vertical, but today I did them just up this way because I colored it underneath to get the shadow box. And you do it vertical to get close to their front, and so they don't have those, when you pull the hair back, you don't have those big tiger stripes. Unless you like that look, then that's what you want to do, is go this way. Okay, so I got done all weaving, and I'm just gonna put it under the dryer for 20 minutes and then we'll rinse it out. So see you at the shampoo bowl. Okay, so determine when the hair's done. You wanna see a pale blonde to get it this lightest blonde. And if you see any yellow, you wanna leave it under longer. This is all ready. You see a little yellow here, but that'll blend with all the hair. So just make sure the majority of it is the pale blonde. Okay, but you can take your rat tail comb and brush it off to see the color there. And you can tell that it's pale. But what I'm gonna do now is take out the red and wash it before I take out everything else, because then it won't bleed on the other hair. So you're gonna wanna find, if you do any peekaboo highlights that are bright colors, purple or red or anything like that, you wanna wash those out first. So I gotta find those. So just have them lean back and then pull these out. And you're just gonna grab those hair. Try not to get the blonde in, it's hard sometimes. And you just wanna rinse these all off, just all the color off before it all blends in with the hair. Good, then you can just pull out the rest.
I'm gonna have you sit up a little bit so I can pull these out underneath.
Make sure you grab the corner of your foil or paper so you don't pull their hair, because it can hurt if you do that. Okay, so the shampoo I'm using on her is from Joico. It's the Color Endure shampoo, and it's sulfate free, so it'll help the hair color not fade out so fast and not dry out as much. Okay, so we finished the color, and as you can see, the hair shining through, the peekaboo highlights, and then she has the dark underneath, and this is a drastic hair color, which is really cute. Blonde on top and funky on the bottom. Way cute. Well, thank you for watching, and stay tuned if you want to see more haircut tips and videos and haircuts and colors, and I'll be doing more. Thank you.